Well, the one thing that I did see so far was earlier on today, and of course you were talking about WWE critics, but you yourself have got a few, I should say, feuds going on. I seen one, an argument you were having with Matt Coon earlier. So, what have you got to say about your online critics who keep giving you shit no matter what?
Yeah, it's a really interesting situation for me. I mean, I never asked for any of this. It really started out with the XFL news that I broke the story of the XFL returning. And I started getting a lot of followers from that. And, I did that because I had sources in WWE. I just never really cared, right? I was just like, who cares? That was not a big deal to me. Um, so I started reporting news, and then my following grew, and it grew, and it grew. And people started like watching every word that I make, and I was on ESPN radio all the time, and Pardon the Interruption, and all of these like mainstream outlets. And I think there's a lot of jealousy, frankly, from the wrestling media as far as, you know, who are you? What do you do? I was kind of coming in and taking over. I wasn't trying to. I mean, hell, I don't do this for a living. I write for fun. I write sports, right? But I know people in WWE. At the end of the day, I report news for people who follow me just out of fun. Yeah, it's not a serious thing to me. This is a TV show. It's entertainment. And it's like there's this whole fan base that takes this so seriously. Like, oh my God, Charlotte's robe was this color. Newsflash, assholes. I saw the robe backstage. I just thought it was a different color than it was. That's the truth. But there's this just like really toxic community, and I've seen it the most on social media on Twitter. And I used to engage these people to try to have honest conversation because, like a normal person, I thought, well, I'll talk to these people and they'll understand. And then I realized, yeah, there's really no kind of relating with these people. There's no discussing with these people. There's no having a conversation. So now I just block them because they're fucking stupid.
Yeah, I've said to people that like this year alone, I've done more blocking than was in the Lego movie.
Yeah,
Because
I'm up to over 700 for sure.
whoa,
Blocked.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just passed 100 in March, but Jesus, that's fucking loads.
Yeah. I mean, I give people a little leeway usually, especially if they're verified. Um, but at the end of the day, if you're not willing to listen and you don't understand the WWE process, which is, frankly, things change by the hour, then you know what? You deserve to be blocked. I can report things in real time that change rapidly. People like Dave Meltzer report things after the fact on their paywall, and they get the luxury of that, right? Oh, well, I reported this, or this was the case. I get that. But really putting yourself out there to do that, you have to report things in real time. And it really identifies to me how things change so much and how unstable I think the WWE product is. I mean, there are actually some people that believe I just make this up. There is a fantasy in my head where I love WWE or I love the attention and I just make this up. This thing, this WWE news, is an enormous fucking headache for me. Every day I wake up to threats and insults. Do you really fucking think that I do this for fun? Like, I don't know. How stupid are you?
I'm very stupid, but I know. Are you talking about the other people?
Yeah,
So
I mean, it's really amazing to me the DMs that I get, and I'm starting to share those with my Patreon account so that they can see what I have to deal with. Cheap plug. Oh, you didn't know wrestling, so patreon. And I've started to share some of those tweets that they can see. But you would really be amazed. I'm attacked all day long. And 90-something% of it, I ignore. And I've learned because, at the end of the day, you don't deserve my platform to really get that attention.
And I've even said to people that like WrestleMania matches that have been advertised and hyped up have been cancelled at the last minute. So how do you know that Brad doesn't know what's going on?
It's so weird. I mean, honestly, with some of the stories I've broken so many. The XFL was a big one. It was all over international news. But there's been a ton of that since then that no other journalist has had. Period. End of story. And not debatable. Facts are facts. And to think that, geez, he's just guessing or he doesn't have sources or WWE is really hard to get sources in. Period. It's really hard to penetrate that company and get sources and understand what's going on. I have that. That is an absolute fact. I have that documentation trail. And you can get mad at me. You can not like my opinions, etc. That's totally fine. I don't care. Matt Kuhn would be one of those people. But at the end of the day, a fact is a fact is a fact is a fact. And I had that information. And it is what it is. It's just really odd to me, this wrestling culture versus this sports culture, which is primarily what I do. At the end of the day, I'm a sports writer, not a wrestling writer. I report on wrestling news, but I get paid for sports writing. Primarily. I mean, I think I've done like 1 or 2 articles ever on WWE. I just do this to entertain the fans, to let them see and share what I know. Period. And so I've started doing that on the Patreon now, but at the end of the day, again, they can believe it or not. I don't care. I'm just giving them the actual factual information from people within the fucking WWE. It's literally that simple.